like, oh, there I am. It's kind of weird doing a live stream and saying like, hey, nobody else is here. You know what I mean? Like I'm used to doing it with the 3 Men and a Monkey Lizard crew, but they're not here. I'm getting some feedback because um, I'm using my phone as a camera for the figures, and then I'm using my computer here for me. So it's kind of strange to see how that works. There's a little bit of a delay, but just gonna do it anyways. So I don't know if anybody's actually watching this stream, but this is the Red Ninja. He was part of the wave. We're going to start with Marvel's Prowler here. So he's got some artwork on the side of the box. And of course, it's into the Spider-Verse. And we got this information stuff on the back. He's got an armored suit, it's gadget-filled wrist gauntlets. Information shape. So you see the other figures here in the wave, and it's pretty cool, right? So let's take a closer look. Let's open this up. It's kind of funny because to me, I typically will open all of my figures off camera and then just present it like, oh, now that we've got it out of the box. But since we did this live stream with the 3Men and the Monkey Lizard, they've been doing this toy figure opening on camera. Everybody seems like they want to hear the plastic rumbling, which I think is kind of funny. So it looks like they all have that same spider background, so I'm not going to go too much into that. This guy's got one of the arms for the Stilt-Man. I'm just going to set all that stuff off to the side. He's got like a fist. He's got his briefcase here, which actually kind of looks cool because there's some good detail in there. Looks like it opens, but I'm always really bad at that. Look at that. I'm very disappointed in these G.I. Joe classifieds with Destro's briefcase. So it looks like there's supposed to be money in there, but the money doesn't have any denominations or anything on it. So I think that's really kind of interesting. So anyways, here's Prowler. Looks pretty good. Look at that. I mean, he does look like he has a little bag on his head or like a little hood that he just pulls over. I really like the detail that they put in there on that. And this cape is actually kind of nice, in a way. It's not super hard plastic. It's very pliable. I think it's really nice. This is definitely an old style body with the double joints there and the double joints on the knee, right? So he's going to have some good flexibility, but look at that. Look at the detail in the boot. That looks really cool. And then if you look at his arm piece here, that looks really nice. And look at that. This figure actually looks really, really cool. And I like the fact that this belt is a separate piece. Yeah, he looks actually really cool. I mean, not too many frills there, but it's not a bad figure. Right? All right, so there we got Prowler. We're going to go next with this Frogman, just because Frogman's kind of funny to me because these are like really odd characters in a way, but I get the concept behind them. This is a guy in a suit who's wanted to be a hero, you know, so made the suit. And from what I remember from the comics is like the guy who actually made the suit wasn't really the hero, but like his kid or something like ends up putting the suit on and actually becomes like more of a hero as like the guy who, the dad or whatever, who made the suit, if I remember that correctly. Somebody, if anybody ever watches this back or whatever, or if somebody's out there, you can feel free to chime in and let me know what the case is behind that, if that's true or not. So let's open this one up and take a closer look at it. See, behind the scenes, this is what it would look like if I was in here just filming it by myself. You'd see that blank canvas. This is kind of cool. So here he is in this plastic. Got another arm for the Stilt-Man. This is obviously a pistol. I don't think this is the Frogman's pistol. That's going to go with Stilt-Man because of the gray. And of course, Stilt-Man is going to have a couple extra hands. So he's got 2 fists. Each arm came with fist. Frogman has a couple of different hands, which is kind of cool. And let's get him out of that pack. So this is kind of cool, actually. If you look at it, you can see the face under the frog mask. That is actually kind of really cool. And he's got his big web feet. And as we all know, this is just a guy in a suit. You know what would have been really cool is if this helmet, this headpiece came off and you had the actual picture or the face underneath. That would have been actually kind of cool. So this backpack is kind of interesting. You can tell it's like pegged in there. And but the thing is, it's attached with this rubber thing. I wonder if these pop out somehow so you can get that backpack off, like if these pop out. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to leave it like that. And of course, this is that pinned leg and pinned arm. But like, look at the little head tilt you can get on that frog dude. That's pretty good. And then of course, like me, he's got his fist here, and we're going to pop that out. I like to keep this hand on there so he can pick stuff up, and they go in and out really, really easily. So I think that's kind of cool. I think if he's going to do some fighting, he's going to do some open hand combat. And there you have it. There's the Frogman. That's kind of cool. Let's stick his hands over there with him. So if I had people watching and commenting, which nobody is, I might ask, one next? I don't know. This is like I'm live streaming to myself. It's pretty funny. So here we go. We do have Peter B. Parker. I think I'm going to leave the 2 Spider-Mans for the end. You got Miles and Peter there. And then I got Gwen Stacy right here. I think I'm going to do Gwen Stacy next. I think that one actually looks really, really cool. So let's just get this one open and take a closer look at it. It's kind of interesting how I got this wave from Entertainment Earth because I couldn't find any of them in the stores except for the Red Ninja. But then as soon as I got my wave box, it seemed like every store had them. Okay, so here's the Gwen Stacy. We got the little Porky Spider-Man. This is kind of cool, right? His ears kind of got some flex in there. Look at that head. He gets some good head tilt on there. It's a shame that like not much of the rest of him is articulable, but otherwise that's a pretty cool little piece. And then of course we've got the Stilt-Man body, which is right here, and that's actually a pretty cool body. I mean, like it's all molded, so you can tell that it wanted to have that flex right here, but it doesn't have the flex because it's actually molded down there. But it does have some twist in the waist. And then, of course, she's got her 2 web shooting fingers, and she's got the hooded spider face, which looks really, really cool. I think I like the way this looks with the head sculpt on there, and it's kind of cool because it's got this little bandana piece that's hanging around. This is actually the hood, but it's just pulled down, so it looks really, really cool. So that's a pretty good little face sculpt they have on there. I like the way that they did the hair. It actually looks really, really cool. And of course, this is kind of interesting because there's no pin in there, so this is like a different kind of arm, or maybe it's like just like the rest of the way they do the female character's arms. But here's a double leg joint, which is kind of cool. And then of course they have some upper body, but this figure didn't seem like it wanted to like flex very much right there, and it doesn't go back and forth very much, but great range of motion on that figure. So that's cool. Oh, look, Sean joined me. Yes, me and Sean are watching my live stream. Hey, Sean, I'm sorry to hear you're at work, bro, but somebody has to bring home the bacon. And that's a play on your Spider-Ham quote. And this is the busiest day for your type of work, right? I'm guessing today and tomorrow are big days. So thanks for checking in while you're at work. I really appreciate it. It's just something trying to do a little bit differently, just because I'm at home and I haven't got this wave open, and this is the only way I think I'm going to do it, unless I go 3 Men and a Monkey Lizard and then bring out these figures 1 week at a time. And then how long would that take, right? Yeah. All right, so which one's next? Because this is going to be a really quick stream. I got him almost. Oh, I got to build this Stilt-Man here. I think I'm going to go with Miles. He looks really cool looking at him right now, and I love those red shoes he's got on. So I kind of want to get this one open. So let's open this one and see what's going on. I'm making my own sound effects for cutting this open. This is like really funny to me because this is exactly how it is when I'm all alone, which is basically what I am. So let's throw that back. We're going to take a look at the Miles there. Pull out the Stilt-Man piece. This is, of course, the shield for the back of his head, and goes up on his shoulders. So Miles also has 2 different hands to match. He's got the web shooting hand and the fist, and he's got an extra web shooting hand and a fist, which are really, really cool. I'm just going to set those aside and hope I don't lose them. All right, so here's Miles's spider head. It's kind of interesting because it's basically just like one ball in there. When you take figures apart and stuff like that, and you take a look at them all the time, you just see how they do some of the differences. And this is really interesting to me, that the way they did that, because it just says that the neck is probably a little bit longer on this figure. Oh my gosh, that just looks super cool, right? I mean, check that out. Look at the hair on that. That kid looks cool. And look at that jacket with that you know, probably supposed to be like a hoodie inside, and a zip hoodie. And look at that. I mean, if you can see, there's little ridges on the inside of that little zip thing that actually makes it look like it's a zipper, and it feels like a zipper. That is actually really, really cool. I'm really impressed with this figure. This is really, really cool. I mean, he looks really cool. And look at these shorts. That is hilarious, right? His shorts and his like skinny legs. And he's got that really good flexibility. And he's got some good flexibility in the arm. And look at that. Yep, look at that. The neck is really long on that. So if we pop that off, you can see the ball in there. And you can see where the head is really long in that. Spider head's going to come down and go on there. And that looks really, really cool too. I mean, can you imagine ever seeing Spider-Man like that with his like jacket and hoodie underneath and stuff like that? That is actually really, really cool. All right, Sean, take care. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Gonna pop that off and get Miles's unmasked head on. All right, so there you go. We got Miles again, back in his mild-mannered. Yeah, so far, we got almost the whole wave open. It's not even been 18 minutes because I haven't been burdened with a whole bunch of questions, partly because nobody is out there. So anyways, here's the Peter B. Parker. I think he looks pretty cool. Look, he's got quite a few accessories here, and I think that looks really, really neat. Let's get this guy open. Let's just do it in the back room camera. So we got Peter B. Parker. This is going to be kind of cool, kind of like the Miles, I think, because if you take a look at him, you can see that he's got like a coat, he's got like his drink cup, and he's got his extra hands. First thing, let's just get this Stilt-Man head out of there. That actually looks really cool, right? That Stilt-Man with those antennas. I keep thinking like this could be some type of adamant or something like that. Like if they wanted to make that. Take a look at this head. Hey dude, how's it going? Oh yeah, the hand ninja. Yeah, that's probably my favorite too. That's why I got him first. Well, that's not why I got him first. That's because that's the one I was able to find. But when I realized he had the stilt legs, it was like going to be that guy. I knew I was going to have to get a couple of them, so I'm kind of glad that I got him in addition to the wave. Sorry if this is making too much noise. Hey, Lily Plea Gaming. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've already been opening figures. So here's the Frogman again. Just show you that. Of course, he looks like he's got the eyes in there. So this is obviously a costume. If you know about the character in the comics, it's a costume. We got the hand ninja there. The Prowler. We got Miles, which I was really impressed with, by the way. And then the Gwen Stacy character is probably one of my favorite characters from the Spider-Man. I really like that the Spectacular Spider-Man that they did a few years ago. Oh, I totally agree with that. The Frogman being really cool. I mean, like if you know about the character, I don't know that much about the character, but this is like a super suit or something like that was developed and then got passed down and somebody else became the hero in it or whatever. It's actually kind of funny. When you try to figure out where did this Frogman come from and where did he end up, and he was probably in one of those the Unavengers or whatever. What was it? I can't remember the name of the group that he was part of, but they were like the not so heroes or something like that. So here's the other head that comes with the Peter Parker, and it's actually really cool because he's got the Spider-Man mask pulled up over his face. Of course, this Peter Parker comes with a couple of regular hands, and then he comes with 4 spider hands, which are the 2 web shooting and the 2 fists. But the cool thing about this hand here is that he can hold his drink, which is actually kind of cool. And I really do appreciate the detail that they put in on these figures. He's obviously looks like he's just wearing sweats, and I do love the mismatched shoes there. I think that is pretty hilarious. But when I'm talking about the details, I'm talking about like on this jacket. Like if you look right here and see the zipper, and you can actually fill the zipper, which is actually really, really a cool feature. It's something that I pointed out on the Miles here, where it has that zipper feel right on the inside of that. And I think that is some really great detail that they've done on these figures. So that's Peter Parker. He's got his funny hairdo. And then look how easy that snapped off. This is like, to me, this is like a really old style head peg that they've used. When you've been taking figures apart and stuff like that, it's some of the stuff that I noticed. And there he is with his hat, getting our little refresher. And you know what's kind of interesting is I don't have my little skateboard out here for some reason, but I keep imagining him with this drink, and if it's filled with ocean spray cranberry, he could go skateboarding to dreams. I don't know. It's just me being silly. But yeah, there's Peter Parker. So I finally got this wave open. Kind of happy to finally get these guys out of the box. Now, of course, it's going to be finding some shelf space and figuring out exactly how I want to display them. So I think Peter's going to display with the mask pulled up over his face. And Miles will probably display with this head, even though he does look cool with that spider head. And I think I'm going to display the Gwen Stacy with this look also, just because I think that actually looks really cool. This is the other half of the problem, is having a whole bunch of hands. I know you like the Prowler? Yeah, he does look really cool. He's sleeping. How's it going? I was when I opened him, I was really surprised at the detail on these gauntlets. Just look really cool to me. And those fists, I just think it looks really fantastic. So I was talking about the hands, and what I did was I ended up buying a whole bunch of these little cases at Ross in the automotive department. There were a whole bunch of them, and they came in like a plastic box. So I've been keeping all my hands in these. And then I've been like, I got another piece, the one that opens up and it has all the multi compartments, and I've been keeping my heads and stuff in there. Hotel? Geez, where are you going? You need a hand? That's funny. All right, so now we got left is putting this dude together. And didn't come with any instructions, or I probably did, but I'm going to stick this piece on first. Well, you know what? I'm going to stick the head on. So let's see how easy this goes together. Because I keep hearing there were some problems. Oh my gosh. This ball and this head I'm not sure this head and ball are like made very well. Oh, that's a good idea. I never thought about that. The only problem is I throw all my boxes away. So then I'd be throwing all my hands. I probably should start keeping the boxes, but can I store them in your basement? Dude, I'll ship them over and store them there. I am totally going to run out of space pretty soon. So I got the head on. I had to really manhandle the thing. This is kind of interesting because does this like click down or something? Because it doesn't feel like it wants to sit on there very well. Oh, okay. There's a peg that goes in the back. There you go. Get that. So the head went on. The head was a little bit difficult to push in for me. This thing I wasn't sure about, but then I realized there's that peg in the back that goes in the back. So there you go. Check that out. Can you imagine? It goes all the way through. You know what this reminds me of is I have one of my old GI Joes has like the arms where if you moved one, the other one moves in the opposite direction. So here are the arms and here are the pegs. Oh yeah, that actually snapped in really easily. I was very pleased with that. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. Okay, so all right, so we got 2 sets of fists. We got 2 sets of hands for this guy, and he comes with. I'm going to take this off until the very end. I'm going to get them together. So he comes with these hands here and some fists. Hey, Richard. Welcome to the live stream. We're just putting the Stilt-Man together. He was part of the Build-A-Figure in the Spider-Verse wave. So, like I said earlier, I have 2 hand ninjas, but I couldn't find where I put my other one. So right now, I think I only have 1 set of legs. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to have 1 set of legs to put this guy together. So it's kind of interesting. This is the first time I've ever put a figure together that didn't have like the lower leg, but this is the foot. And I'm guessing that when you get, if you have an extra set of legs, what happens is right down at the bottom, this piece pops off, and then you just attach more legs on there. And then you just leave the bottom one alone and it should have the feet. Now the feet don't have any articulation on them, so they just sit there like that. But they just, look at that. Sorry about that off camera. They just click in. It was a little bit tough for me. Maybe I'm out of shape. I'm going to have to go work out at the gym so I can put these figures together. All right, there you go. Got the other the other leg on for Stilt-Man, and it didn't go in there all the way. There you go. Oh, this guy is actually really cool when you got him. Move his back a little bit if I can. Sorry about that. So this is actually really kind of cool. And the same as what I've been hearing is this guy doesn't really stand up on his own. So luckily, in the hand ninja that comes with the legs is this stand so that you could put those legs together and he'll stand up for you. Yeah, right? Look at that. You're absolutely right, dude. This guy is actually a really cool Build-A-Figure. And there you go. We're going to stick this backpack on once again. Let me see if I can get it set in there. And then Get it in his back. There's a little peg that goes into, and man, anybody else have trouble with that? I almost feel like leaving this thing off because it's feeling like it's a lot of trouble. Okay. Nope. I thought I had it, and then it popped out. Okay, hold on. Hey, Elmer. Vincencio? That seems like Spanish. Si YouTube me gusta lo que hacen. Bienvenidos a mi channel, you know? Thanks for watching. Gracias para ver. Oh my gosh. All right. The problem is, so now that I got that on there, I just feel like every time I touch it, it's going to come loose. But anyways, it looks pretty cool. It's going to actually look really neat, like just displayed. That's pretty much how it's going to be. I was hoping this guy would get into maybe some stop motion videos or some short videos, but with the way he doesn't stand, maybe. But that looks pretty cool in a way. So once again, here's the Build-A-Figure for the live stream. You got the Spider Ham right here. That came with the Gwen Stacy. That's a cool setup. You got the Miles. And check out the shoes. I mean, like, those are pretty cool. Now, it would have been cool if they were like Nikes, right? I think there should have been Nikes or something like that, but they ended up not being like logoed or whatever. There was some complication with the video game or something about the licensing or something, right? People that play that game or know that much more about that would know. And there's the Peter B. Parker, looking like he's taking it easy with his, looks like maybe a McDonald's soda, his two different shoes. He's got his sweats on. You got, come on, Peter. Let's just move the Frogman in there if you can't stand up. I know what I can do. Watch this. Peter's going to stand next to Frogman like they're buddies. That'll help him stand. And then we'll put the Prowler. That's so funny. I thought that was going to help him stand, and he just took Frogman down. Anybody else have that same problem when they're trying to stand up figures? I think it's pretty common. And we got the Prowler over here, which looks really cool with his gauntlets. Like I said, those look really cool. And you know what? Looking at them in the box, I was like, what are these colors? But after seeing them out of the box, I'm thinking, man, those colors are actually really, really cool. I don't know what you guys think, but I think he looks awesome. There's Frogman. And let's see if I can just get him to stand on his own. And then we just won't even worry about Peter holding on to anybody here. And just try to get him to stand up on his own. So there you go. And there you have it. The Into the Spider-Verse wave finally free from their packaging and all set up and ready to go. Looks like dude's having the same problem with Peter. I don't know what that deal is. I think I saw somebody did something to the bottom of his feet to try to get him to stand better. But I know that my surface here is not 100% flat because it's a foam board. So I thought that was the problem, but no, I think he is actually standing for a second. So that's kind of cool. And this was one of the accessories that came in the Prowler package, but I'm pretty sure this is part of the Stilt-Man, right? This suitcase. And one of the things that I thought was really cool was the actual money looks like money, which is kind of cool. Not like what they do with the GI Joes, where they just put some fake green blocks in the suitcase. So that's it. That's all I got. Unless you guys have some questions, you want to ask some questions, you want to see any other figures or anything like that, I can show them off. Otherwise, thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it, everybody. And we'll see you all next week.